Hi, I'm Alejandro Banzas, Head of Developer Relations at IOVlabs, and with the team we create different initiatives for developers to ease the use of the technology with content, tools, and others. If you want to reach me and the team, shoot us an email to developers@iovlabs.org. Today I'm going to present an intro and quick start to RSK. So let's start. This is our full technology stack. Everything built is on top of Bitcoin. From RSK smart contract, which I will cover in detail later, and the RSK infrastructure framework to complete the stack needed to create a more fair and inclusive financial system. So let's jump into RSK. And RSK is RSK because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a store and transfer of value. The blockchain is secure because miners with high infrastructure and energy cost create the new blocks to be added to the chain every 10 minutes. The more hashing power they provide, more secure the network is. RSK is the first open source smart contract platform powered by the Bitcoin network. RSK goal is to add value and functionality to the Bitcoin ecosystem by enabling smart contracts, near instant payment, and higher scalability. So how RSK is connected to Bitcoin? Well, first, the Bitcoin ASIC miners do what is also known as merge mining, securing both networks with the same infrastructure and energy consumption. But they create blocks for Bitcoin every 10 minutes, including transfer of Bitcoin from different addresses. And in the process, they create new Bitcoins, 6.25 from now on with the halving. While for RSK, every 30 seconds, they secure the execution of smart contracts without minting a new coin in the process. So if you want to learn more about mining in details, check mining.rsk.co. The second point of contact is the bridge, or two-way peg. This component connects both networks to allow the transfer of Bitcoin to RSK and allows developers to interact with smart contracts paying gas with the same Bitcoin, the smart Bitcoin. To do so, you send BTC or Bitcoin to a special address. These Bitcoins sent to this address are logged in the Bitcoin network. Then in the same address, but in RSK, the same Bitcoin is released to the users to use the RSK network. This is called pegging. So now you have this BTC called RBTC or Smart Bitcoin in the RSK network to execute the smart contracts. You can do the reverse operation called peg out, sending your smart Bitcoins or RBTC to the bridge and receive your BTCs or Bitcoin back in the Bitcoin network. To learn more about the bridge, follow the link on screen. RSK has a node implemented in Java and allows Linux, macOS, and Windows users to install it. The node implements the RSK virtual machine, fully compatible with Ethereum virtual machine. In other words, your Solidity smart contracts deployed in Ethereum can run seamlessly in RSK. To communicate your applications with the RSK network, the node implements the same Ethereum standard JSON RPC calls. So as your contracts, your Ethereum decentralized applications can run in RSK with minor changes. To learn more about the node, install it, follow the link shown on screen. RSK had two networks. The mainnet, connected to Bitcoin, where the production applications are connected, paying with real Bitcoin, with real smart Bitcoin execution. At the same time, the testnet serves as a sandbox or testbed for your applications without the need to pay with real Bitcoin or real smart Bitcoin execution of your test with the same environment that you will have in mainnet by the time you go live. The last aspect I want to mention are tools and libraries. We have an explorer both for testnet and mainnet. For testnet, we have a faucet to get RBTC for testing purposes. We have a gas station as well to show information regarding the gas price and how to operate with the network. And if you check this slide, you will see that some of the libraries and some of the tools are familiar if you are an Ethereum developer, such as Truffle, such as Web3, Open Zeppelin, because RSK is compatible with Ethereum JSON RPC calls and opcodes in the RSK virtual machine. That's why you can use and leverage on all these tools for Ethereum. So regarding wallets as well, we are integrated with Nifty Wallet, MetaMask, MyCrypto, MyEtherWallet, and some others. And we are working on different DeFi tools to build your own applications, your own decentralized finance applications. And during the demo, I'm going to show some of the tools that are here on the screen. So let's talk about the demo. This is the agenda for what's next. We are going to understand what's the setup for the environment. We are going to create our first wallet and fund it. We are going to deploy a smart contract using our RSK public nodes. We are going to create very fast a decentralized application, and then we are going to put all together, connecting the decentralized app through the public node to interact with the smart contract. So now we are ready for the hands-on. Let's start. Okay, as we saw before, RSK needs gas to run or execute anything we want to execute. So to pay for gas, we will need a wallet. So the wallet will be our interface with the blockchain. In this case, I'm using Nifty Wallet. Nifty Wallet is very easy to use because it's pre-configured with different networks, including RSK mainnet and RSK testnet. So let's talk about this wallet. I'm going to copy in the top side of the wallet my address. And as I mentioned before, I want to fund my wallet. So to fund the wallet, what I need is to go to the faucet. The faucet is going to provide me test RBTCs for testnet. So I'm going to paste my address here, complete this challenge. And because this is a transaction that happens in the blockchain, I need to wait more or less 30 seconds that the blocks needs to be mined. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about Nifty Wallet. Nifty, it's a wallet that will hold your crypto, both in testnet and in mainnet, in different networks. And this extension adds functionalities to your browser in order to communicate the website that we are going to build in a couple of minutes with the blockchain through the wallet. So this wallet is already connected with something that we call our public nodes. The public nodes are nodes that RSK provides already synchronized, both for testnet and mainnet, in order to start building your solutions without the need to wait for a node to be synchronized. So the faucet now provides some test RBTCs. So let's go and check what happened here. I receive a transaction from the faucet to my address, and I receive 0.05 test RBTCs, and I can check it in the testnet explorer. So this is the explorer. If you go to the home, you can check everything regarding the blocks, the transaction, the different addresses, the transaction pool, all the info that you may need, tokens, and we have as well statistics about the network. So if you want to check, these are great tools to consider while you are testing and developing your applications. What is this website? This website is the developers portal. All the information of our technology stack is here. So you can click and take a deep look at every element in our technology stack. Okay, so now we have test RBTCs. We've seen how the network is working. This is, for example, the Explorer for mainnet. I'm going to close this. This is a RSK gas station. You can check and compare the gas price and some other operations regarding the gas, comparing with Ethereum. So now we can open our wallet and check in our account that we now have 0.05 RBTCs. This is quite a lot if we compare this with the price of Bitcoin. So it's good enough to develop and deploy a lot of contracts and do a lot of transactions. So now that we have test RBTCs in our wallet, it's time for us to start developing. We have all the tools, we have Visual Studio, I'm going to cover that later. So we can use Remix. This is an Ethereum tool. If you're an Ethereum developer, you will be very familiar with this. We have to click in Solidity. And then the first operation that we'll do is create a new contract. Let's call it register.sol. .sol is the extension for Solidity contracts. So let's paste it here. Now the magic happened. We have a new smart contract. Let me talk a little bit about this. We have one variable called info and two functions, two methods, two ways to interact with the contract. Two ways because they are both public. The first one is set information, so we are going to put info in our variable, and the other one is just to read. So now that we have a pretty cool smart contract, very simple one, let's compile it. We're going to compile it with the same Solidity version, or if you want, you can use your own version. Okay, now we have compiled our smart contract. Let's deploy it to the network. This Remix is a browser tool that will connect our wallet with the blockchain that we have selected in our wallet. So make sure that you selected the RSK testnet for our operation with RSK. Now we have the Solidity contract. Let's deploy it. Let's click on this icon in the left navigation bar and select in the environment injected Web3. Injected Web3 is the way for Remix, this tool, to connect to the network through this wallet. So we have everything okay. So let's just deploy it. This will pop up our wallet. We can check the amount of gas that we are going to consume in this operation. The gas price is already preset in 0.06. That is the RSK gas price. So let's just submit the transaction. This again will take a few seconds. We can take a look at the Explorer and see what is happening here. We have a transaction. This is a contract deployment that is happening in the RSK testnet blockchain right now. And if we go and make this presentation faster, just with a click. So, okay, now the magic happens. We have a new smart contract deployed into RSK testnet. Remember the same tools, same Solidity contract. So now we are ready to interact with this contract. Okay, to create the website that we mentioned before, we need Visual Studio. Visual Studio is a very well-known IDE from Microsoft. It's allowed to develop different kind of applications, in our case, a website. To start doing so, create an empty folder. I have one here called demo. Open the interface and open a new terminal using the menu on top. With the new terminal, let's first check our environment by running some commands. No -- version. This will pop up the version. If the version doesn't pop up, just go to Node.js website and download all the tools that you need in your own laptop. Then npm version. Check if we have npm. Again, if you don't have it, go for npm and install npm in your machine. Okay, so now that we have npm, let's go for npm init. And let's initialize this folder with our package.json file. This has some information regarding the Node.js website that we are going to create. This is not part of the demo. We are not teaching Node.js. So now we need to install some dependencies. Let's paste the command here. Let's install Express. Express is the web engine that we are going to use with Node. And then let's clear here. Let's install, instead of Express, using the same command, Web3. And let's wait for Web3 to be installed and added in our project. The dependencies are now ready, so we are ready to start coding. Let's create a few files. Voila. Okay, we have a connection with our index.js file. That's correct. We have a form here. We can see that we have an input called new info, a button called set that is calling a JavaScript function. We have a get that is calling a different one, and that's all. That's pretty much it. Voila. Now we have the index.js fulfilled. The contract address is the one that we need to get from Remix. By the time that we create a new contract, something happened that I didn't mention, is that the contract address happened to be here. So let's copy the value and let's go back to Visual Studio, paste it here. This is the contract address that this code is going to interact with. So we need the address in the RSK blockchain. And the other aspect is the API. It's giving information how to interact with this contract that is hashed inside the block, inside the blockchain. So we need these two pieces of information, where to communicate and how. Let's create the server.js. To run it, let's type node server.js. That's a file where the info is specified. And so, okay. Let's get information. It should be empty because we didn't set any data yet. So let's say Bitcoin halving. When we set information into the contract, this a transaction is needed because we are changing the state of the contract. That's why Nifty is popping up our wallet to send the new information to the contract. So let's submit this. Let's wait for the network to do the operation. If we wait for 30 seconds, then the transaction will be included in the blockchain. Okay, so this have changed the variable that we have in our smart contract. So if we get the information, we will receive Bitcoin halving as was expected. So great. Now we have a website connected through the public node and Nifty to our brand new smart contract. So hope this easy demo and easy demonstration of how the RSK network works give you inspiration to work on your own applications. So what's next? Go to the developers portal, check the technology, check all the tutorials and guides that we have to help you building your apps, sign up to our newsletter, check our webinar series, and engage with the community. Go to gitter.im/RSKSmart and engage with the great developer community that we have. So thank you very much for watching. Hope we have a great Bitcoin halving and enjoy the rest of the sessions.